Hi, all the signs of the zodiac. I'm Pam, the Lucky Mermaid, psychic, seer, and modern mystic, bringing you psychic predictions and messages from my spirit guides for this new moon solar eclipse in Aries, March 29th, 2025, psychic crystal reading for each of the four elements: earth, water, fire, and air. The earth signs are Taurus, Capricorn, and Virgo. The water signs are Pisces, Cancer, and Scorpio. The fire signs are Aries, Leo, and Sagittarius. And the air signs are Aquarius, Gemini, and Libra. This eclipse is going to affect all of your elements, of all of your sun, moon, and rising signs. So if you know the elements that correspond to your sun, your moon, and your rising sign, you may want to watch this entire video, and your cusp sign element as well. Because remember, sometimes your rising sign and your moon sign are going to resonate more for you than your sun sign. And when you're born on the cusp of your sign, sometimes the element that goes along with your cusp sign may resonate more for you in a crystal reading, and especially because this is an eclipse, so you may want to check that out. So if you want to get more details and more information than what I can give you here in this general reading, you may want to check out the psychic tarot, crystal, and oracle card reading I did for this eclipse in Aries, March 29th, 2025 on my Vimeo on-demand videos. And that link will be down below in the description box, or you can find it on my website at theluckymermaid.com on the videos page, and you can pick whatever sign you want and click on that video and it'll take you to that video on Vimeo. So all that being said, now on to your psychic crystal reading for this new moon solar eclipse. It's a partial eclipse in Aries, March 29th, 2025 psychic crystal reading. So I'm starting with the element of earth, Taurus, Capricorn, and Virgo. There can be a big about face and some kind of turnaround in your life. You could be like, oh, I'm into this relationship. No, now I'm not. Or, oh, I like this career or this job. No, now I don't, and I want to leave. Like, you could have some big, or even like how you feel about people. You know, no, this person's my best friend in the whole world. Well, nope, now I don't feel that way. You could have big about faces come up from this eclipse, big turnarounds for the earth signs. This eclipse could make some of you earth signs really want to put your foot down about something. Like, it could be with your love partner, it could be with your employees, it could be with your kids. Like, you may feel like, I am putting my foot down. No, this is not going to happen. Could even be in siblings, with sibling situations, or your parents. The pen is mightier than the sword. That's what my guides just said there. So some of you are going to be writing some scathing emails, letters, text messages, or if you're writing an article or some kind of blog, or maybe in comment sections on, you know, somebody you're watching, which, you know, it's going to depend on all of you where this writing thing is going to come up. Maybe you want to write an expose or some, you know, article about something where you want to dismantle, or, you know, like I said, it could be scathing what you're going to write. You may want to dismantle something or shed light on something that you feel like maybe verbally it's not going to do it, or you don't have the ability to do it verbally. Maybe it's something to a company. Like, it seems like this is in writing. Some of you earth signs are going to be very watchful. I feel like some of you, this is watchful of what you yourself are saying and doing, but I also get watchful of what other people are saying or doing. This could be in your family. It could be in your workplace. It could be in a club, group, or organization you belong to. But I get you being like very watchful. Actually, I misspoke. I feel like you're more watchful of what other people are saying or doing. But some of you, you're going to be very cautious and watchful of what you are saying and doing. Some of you, if you've been waiting to get a job or a promotion or a particular position, I feel like you're going to get it. And remember, eclipses, these energies can last 3 months, 6 months, 9 months, and sometimes even up to a year. Some of you are going to be taking some kind of classes. You could be attending special events like webinars, seminars, or like spiritual retreats, or some kind of like workshops that go on for a few days. But important classes that will really elevate you, maybe help your career or elevate you spiritually in some way. Talking to professionals comes up from this eclipse. So you could really be talking strongly to doctors, lawyers, or any like official people, professionals, doctors, lawyers, could even be like judges. But I feel it's like more like to get advice. So here are the 3 cautions for the earth signs. You could get yourself in hot water with things you're going to say. So be very careful. Like if you're be careful of being overly critical to family members. Could be your kids, could be your spouse, could be family you were raised by. It could be at work, coworkers, employees, but I really get like, you could really hurt somebody's feelings or do some kind of like damage verbally speaking to somebody that, you know, you can't unring the bell. So be careful of what you say over the next, look, it's a new moon. The effects can last 2 weeks or up till the next new moon. So 2 weeks up to 30 days, but it's an eclipse. So this can all last a lot longer. Don't forget, like I said in the beginning of the video, my Vimeo video on this eclipse is available for this new moon solar eclipse, psychic tarot crystal and oracle card reading. You may really want to watch that because it goes on for quite a while. I'm looking at all these divination tools to see how this eclipse is going to affect you. So you may want to check that series out. So now on to the element of water. This is Pisces, Cancer, and Scorpio. This eclipse could lead the water signs to really crave more insight and information. So it could make you feel like, well, you want to do something, there's something you want to change or do, but you may feel like you need more research, more knowledge, more information. I almost feel like you water signs are like biding your time. I got the feeling of you're waiting for something explosive to happen. Maybe you're waiting for somebody to get fired. Maybe you think you're going to get fired, or you're waiting for somebody where you work to get fired, or there could be somebody like in your family, like you think they're going to break up. They're going to split up. And you're waiting to hear them say, we're splitting up. Or somebody's getting fired. Or, you know, some other kind of like, you're waiting for something to happen. Something, it could be a big change. And it would probably affect you somehow, because you're like really anticipatory about it. It's like my guides are saying the feeling of you're waiting for the other shoe to drop. So it's like this eclipse is making you feel like something's coming, something's happening, And you may have an idea of what it may be, or maybe some of you don't, but you've got that feeling. This eclipse could lead you to really want to see how you can help somebody out. And it could be somebody in your family or a friend, somebody you know. But for some of you, it could be like, you know, somebody you hear about, like maybe in a larger sense, like a community or, you know, a town, a city, a community of people that you could give them some financial assistance or go there and try to help them, you know, rebuild, or, you know, maybe they had some kind of natural disaster or a fire or a flood. But it could be on a more personal level where it's somebody you know directly, and you may, this eclipse could really make you feel like you want to help them out in some way. Some of you water signs are retiring. Now, it could be retiring from working altogether, but it could be retiring from a particular career or job, and you may still go do something else, start your own business, or, you know, work part-time. But I'm hearing the word retiring, so that can be in different ways. But to me, retiring really means you're retiring, that's it. Well, not always, but you could retire and start your own thing, your own business. Some of you water signs could get nominated for a position, and if you do, you're likely to win. This could be in a club, group, or organization you belong to if they have different positions, like, you know, leader of the club or group, or it could be, you know, the PTA, it could be something, anything. You could be in politics. You could get nominated and you're likely to win. Some of you will be starting your own website. Now, the website could be a business, but it could be a website for something else. You know, your own, sharing your own insights, knowledge, and information, and maybe you're not monetizing it. You just want to start this website. Some of you could be talking to an old flame, an old love, and that could, like, maybe it's just innocent initially, but it could reignite the passion and connection you had before, and you may find that this eclipse could make you two get back together again. So now here are the 3 cautions for the water signs. If you're doing too much and not getting enough satisfaction or credit for your hard work and efforts, then you may want to think about stop doing it, because it may start to stress you out and upset you. Like, I put in all this overtime, or I do all this extra work, or I do all this or that for this person. And not that you're necessarily, I feel it would be more job related, or that nobody in your family gives you credit for that you go out of your way to do this or that or the other. So wherever this is in your life where you are doing too much and it's stressing you out and it's going unnoticed or unappreciated, you may want to quit doing it, or at least quit doing it for a while. My guides are saying some of you water signs are fighting against a tide that's changing, and you may need to stop fighting it. Maybe you're somebody that never really wanted to get involved with computers, technology. Maybe you're an older person, that wasn't anything you got involved in. I know when I was in school, in high school, the computers were as big as people. That's how old I am. I shouldn't admit that probably. So, you know, if you're from that generation, which is my generation, or further back than that, you may be resisting, you know, if you, like, I'm sure many of you all have a cell phone now, But I mean, you could be resisting something. It could be the changing of tides of something else. It may not be that at all. It could be other things, like the tides are changing within your family. Maybe you have a relative, a parent, or somebody that got remarried and you don't like the person that they married. Or, you know, something like your kids are now, you know, getting more independent and they're not relying on you, or they're not telling you things they used to tell you. Well, then the tides are changing somewhere in your life and you're going to have to adapt or get used to it or get over it, or that is going to stress you out or upset you. Some of you water signs are building a case against somebody. It could be legally, it could be a legal case, but it could be at work or in some other way, and it's going to fall apart. It's not going to go anywhere. So you need to be real sure that whatever case you're building against somebody or about somebody, because if it's not really solid, I really feel like it's going to fall apart. So just keep that in mind. So if you want more details, as I said in the beginning of the reading, my psychic tarot, crystal, and oracle card readings on Vimeo for this new moon solar eclipse in Aries is available. And I'm looking at a lot of things, tarot, crystal, oracle card. You may get a lot out of that. Some people find that the eclipse readings are like private readings. I've heard that over the years on my Vimeo videos. So you may want to check them out. Link is down in the description box and on my website at theluckymermaid.com on the videos page. So now on to the element of fire. This is Aries, Leo, and Sagittarius. Okay, fire signs, this eclipse is in Aries, so we'll see how it comes up for you in the crystal. I get like you're strengthening your mind, and you're really going to have your wits about you. This eclipse is going to make the fire signs be on high alert and paying a lot of attention. Some of you fire signs could start to communicate with somebody from a distance. It could also be starting to communicate with somebody from your distant past. It could be either distance, far away, or distance past, or a combination of the two in some cases. Some of you are marching to the beat of your own drum from this eclipse, and you are going to be like, you know what, I don't care what the public thinks, or this one thinks, or that one thinks, or, you know, how I come off, blah, blah, blah. Like, you may be inspired to get, like, if you've never had any piercings or tattoos, you may be like, I'm getting piercings and tattoos. Or it could be just like, you know, maybe you had a certain look that you were attached to for many years. You could be like, you know what, I'm shaving my head or dyeing my hair a totally different color, and changing your wardrobe. Or it could even be like music you listen to, but it's like almost like a rebel energy here. Like, I don't care what you think, I'm marching to the beat of my own drum, tough if you don't like it. I get that whole vibe about the fire signs from this eclipse. And remember, eclipses energies last for sometimes 6 months, 9 months, or even up to a year. But the first 3 months are usually when they're the most impactful. So this energy could last. Some of you will be studying very hard to take some kind of important test or exam. And I feel like you'll do well as long as you do that studying. Some of you may be very much wanting to seal things down and lock things up tight. My guides are saying that. Now, that could be something maybe where you live, you do that because of a season change. And you know, close things up, protect things, nail things down. But for some of you, this means safety. like locks, surveillance equipment, you know, any like extra protections comes up. Some of you that are trying to learn something could get some kind of coaching or tutoring. Some of you could have a project you've been working on and it could blow up in a really good way or a really bad way. If something you're working on, like you lose it, if it's on the computer and you lose it, or if it's an actual like physical thing, it could catch on fire, it could blow up, it could disappear, it could get lost. You may have to redo it. Earth signs got this too, but in a different way. Your wisecracking could really offend somebody or hurt somebody's feelings. That you may, like maybe you're drinking and you do it. Or maybe you're just like, you're not thinking about it, and you're wisecracking around, being sarcastic. You could really hurt somebody's feelings, so be careful of that. Some of you may feel like too much attention is getting focused on you in some way for some reason. So again, I get this rebel energy. That could really cause you to act out drastically. Like it could like light a fire in you that makes you like, oh yeah, you're paying attention to what I'm saying or doing. Well, what do you think about this? And then you do something or say something even more drastic. There could be a long-time connection that could come in for some of you that could give you a job opportunity. It could be somebody you networked with in the past. They could come back. So I did have cautions mixed in there because my guides didn't divide it up like they usually do. So fire signs had a lot of cautions. Don't be mad at me, fire signs, but this is in Aries and you are all fire signs. So I don't know if that's why, but you do have, could be a friend that comes in with a good job opportunity. And some of you could have a new romance that could bloom for you over the next 6 months or even up to a year. So you got to weed in. Don't be mad at me. Write in the comments, where are the cautions? Listen to it again because you had cautions sprinkled throughout this. They were in there. But like I said, you want more details and more information, check out my Vimeo video on this eclipse. That link is down below. And I did one for each sign of the zodiac so you can watch your sun sign, your rising sign, and your moon sign. The link for the new moon solar eclipse in Aries, March 29th, 2025, psychic tarot, crystal, and oracle card readings that link's down below in the description box, and it's on my website at theluckymermaid.com. You may really want to check this out. So, all that being said, now on to the air signs, Aquarius, Gemini, and Libra. This eclipse is going to make the air signs be blustering with ideas. So your creative mind or just a lot of ideas could start like bubbling and percolating from the energies of this eclipse. It's an eclipse that's going to make the air signs want to try new things. New foods, new diets, new exercise, new clothes, new things that are grabbing your attention. Some of you air signs may want to put yourself out there in a new way. It could be like on the dating scene. Like maybe you didn't use dating apps or dating sites before. Now you're going to do that. Or, maybe you weren't into like going out with your friends when they went out here, there, and anywhere to try to meet somebody. You may, whatever trying new ways to date and meet somebody means to you. You may be, but you could also be putting yourself out there differently, like if you're going on a job interview or you're, putting yourself out there on social media. Like you could really be changing it up and putting yourself out there in a different way than what you normally do. This eclipse could drive up where you air signs want to ask somebody for help. So like if you need help moving, or if you need help with some like technology or something you're trying to build, you may reach out to ask for help. Now, this could be help you pay for, but it could be help from friends or family members as well. Some of you are going to take over something and find out you're really good at it. Now, what my guides are showing me in my head, for some of you, it could be like somebody that used to do something in either at your workplace or in a club or a group or an organization you belong to, and you take over the job or the tasks. You find out you're actually really good at it. And it could turn into something like a career or something that you really enjoy and you do it for a really long time. Some of you are graduating from something. It could be a school, a training program, a course. It could also be spiritually. You could be graduating from something spiritually here. I get that some of you air signs are going to pick up divisiveness, and you're going to stop that divisiveness in its tracks, and you're not going to let it continue. So it could be like a company being divisive, a friend being divisive, a coworker, a family member. But you're going to see it. You're going to be like, this is like manipulation, or there's divisiveness here. And you're going to like cut it off. You're going to stop it in its tracks. So it will not end up disrupting your life or affecting you. Now, here are the 3 cautions for the air signs. Some of you air signs are going to get yourself into hot water by talking too much. If you have to go on a job interview, or if you're confiding some personal information, you're talking too much. Keep it short, keep it simple. Some of you air signs are letting somebody bother you too much, and you have to not sweat the small stuff and let it roll off of your back like water off of a duck's back. Don't let people get under your skin so much, or rent space in your head too much. Because it's just going to upset you, make you angry, stress you out. The third caution and warning I get is be careful of theatrics. So if you're upset about something, or if you have a story to tell, again, it's like this is verbal stuff for the air signs. Don't be too dramatic or too much theatrics. Because if you are too theatrical, people are going to tune you out and not listen. It doesn't mean you shouldn't have to explain what happened, or if you're upset about something that happened. It doesn't mean you shouldn't say it. But if you get too theatrics, like you get too loud and you get too on, or all this drama and how it's going to like backfire, or people are not going to believe you, or they're not going to listen to you. So I hope these messages were of help to you, and I hope they made sense. As always, thank you so very much for watching. I do truly appreciate it. And please like this video if you liked it, and share it with others if you feel it's worth sharing. And subscribe to this channel if you haven't yet, and hit the notification bell and all, so you'll get notified when I upload my videos here. to YouTube. And as I've said, if you would like to get any of the video series I record for my Vimeo on-demand videos, those links are down in the description box in the Show More section, or you can go over to my website at theluckymermaid.com and you can read all the video descriptions, what divination tools I've used, how long the predictions go out for, and click on the zodiac sign you want under the heading of the video you want, and it will take you to that video on Vimeo. Now, as I've mentioned in this video repeatedly a few times, that the new moon solar eclipse in Aries, March 29th, 2025, psychic tarot crystal and oracle card readings are available. That may really shed a lot of light on how this eclipse will affect you. You may want to get both your rising sign and your sun sign, but if you just get one, maybe some of you want your rising sign more. I don't know. In astrology, a lot of times they say your rising sign is really affecting you more, but I feel that that is a person-by-person view, because my son just told me the other day that his moon sign really makes a lot of sense to him, which I wouldn't have thought that for him, but he says it does, so there you go. So the other video series I have available, don't forget my psychic crystal readings for the month of April 2025 are available. That link's down below. It's a continuation and an expansion of the psychic tarot readings that I do for each month. So if you want to see what my guides had to say for you about April in the crystal, check that video series out. Also, my past, present, and future psychic tarot readings using the Osha Zen Tarot deck are available. They're very popular. The last time I did them was 5 years ago. So you may want to see what my guides had to say about your past, present, and future now. Also, my What's Lucky and New for You in 2025 psychic tarot and oracle card readings are available. And my eclipse effects from the full moon lunar eclipse in Virgo psychic tarot, crystal, and oracle card readings. Same format I use in the new moon solar eclipse. You're being affected by that eclipse for 3 months, 6 months, maybe even up to a year. So you may want to check that video series out. My financial psychic tarot readings for 2025 are available. My big love readings for 2025 for singles and couples are available for each sign of the zodiac. And my New Year 2025 10-card Celtic Cross Psychic Tarot readings, if you didn't get that at the beginning of the year, you may want to see what I got for you for this year. That is 10 cards. It's a big reading. It's a long reading. And also my psychic crystal readings for the new year of 2025. They're also available, so if you haven't checked them out. There's other video series. I'm not going to go through all of them. There's quite a few down there and on my videos page on my website. So you may want to check them out. Make sure you're following me on my social media pages, because I do pull tarot cards and oracle cards and give readings there that I put in writing. So you can follow me on my social media pages. On X, I'm Pamela Georgel at the Lucky, or Pam Georgel at the Lucky Mermaid is my handle on X. On Facebook, I'm the Lucky Mermaid LLC. On Instagram, I am the Lucky Mermaid _ Pam Georgel. And I also post things on the same things. I'll post it on my YouTube community posts. So make sure you're following me somewhere to get those readings, because they're not in a video format. They're about 5 paragraphs long, and they may make sense to you and resonate with you. I just want to add here, if anybody contacts you and says that they're me and that do you want a reading, or, it's phony. The only way I will contact you is if you're on my wait list, which I closed in 2018. I don't add any more people to the wait list. And also my cancellations list. I have over 2,000 people waiting. So I do not need to contact anybody on social media to hustle for a reading or try to get people to book a reading with me. I have, like I said, over 2,000 people to contact. So, and don't fall for pictures. These fraud accounts, they copy people's pictures. I really wish there was a way that could be stopped, because that's what fakes people out. And these people are either trying to get your money or your information or both. So you really need to block them and report them when that comes up. If you're on my cancellations list or wait list, I will email you and you will know it's me. So don't fall for any of the frauds. Also, if you'd like to make a donation to this channel, there's a link down below that is connected to PayPal. I've been getting quite a few donations lately from people, so thank you so much for that. I do truly appreciate it. It does help me a lot, and it means a lot to me. So thank you for that. It helps keep this channel floating and going. All the Vimeo purchases and the donations help me to keep doing these readings here on YouTube. So I hope you have absolutely amazing energy that comes to you from the energies of this new moon solar eclipse in Aries on March 29th, 2025. And know that I wish you many blessings and peace.